Hi everyone, Canoopsy here, and in this video, let's compare the iPhone 8 to the iPhone 8 Plus to see which one is the right phone for you. First of all, the main difference is the design. The phones are pretty much identical except for their screen sizes. The iPhone 8 has a 4.7-inch screen, while the 8 Plus has a 5.5-inch screen, and both phones still have fairly large bezels. Especially on the iPhone 8 Plus, the top and bottom bezels add a lot of extra size to the phone, making it too big to hold for a lot of people, just reaching for the buttons, touching the top of the screen, and it can become a bit of a challenge if you have smaller hands. Now personally, I'm used to this phone size, but I can still see it being very massive for the large majority of people. What you do get on a larger screen is higher resolution, 1080p versus a bit over 720p on the standard iPhone 8. Both of these displays still do look quite good though, with vibrant colors that are pretty accurate and fairly good black levels for an LCD panel. They also both have True Tone for auto-adjusting white balance based on what room you're in and the color temperature in that room, as well as some of the lighting, as well as Apple's 3D Touch. However, for a crisper, better looking display and a better overall media consumption experience, the 8 Plus is your clear choice. But keep in mind, once you go Plus, you probably won't go back, unless it's just too big for you. Now, internally, there are a few differences. First is an extra gigabyte of RAM on the iPhone 8 Plus compared to the iPhone 8, that's 3 gigabytes of RAM versus 2 gigabytes of RAM. The extra RAM is good for having a lot of web tabs open and applications open, but it won't be that much of an overall massive difference. It's really a good extra perk for sure. But the bigger and more important difference here is the battery size. The Plus series of iPhone has always had a bigger battery compared to the standard series, and after spending years with Plus-sized iPhones, the larger capacity for me is a must-have. Both of these iPhones should get you through a full day of usage at first, but expect that longevity to degrade over time. A year later on my iPhone 7 Plus, I can still get through a full day of usage, but by the evening or even the early afternoon, my battery life is very low, basically too unsafe to go out again without charging it first. I can only imagine how difficult it's going to be to get through a full day of usage on the iPhone 8 after a few months, so for better battery security and just better battery life in general, the 8 Plus is your clear choice. Either way though, iPhone battery life could still definitely be better. The final differences are the camera systems. The iPhone 8 gets a single 12-megapixel camera on the back, while the 8 Plus has a dual 12-megapixel camera system. With one standard lens and one telephoto lens, you can zoom in on faraway things up to 2 times with no loss in quality. In contrast, on the standard iPhone 8, when you pinch to zoom on pictures and videos, you do lose out on quality. After a full year with the iPhone 7 Plus's telephoto lens, I gotta say I'm a really big fan. Being able to use lossless zoom provides a lot of opportunities for creativity and flexibility when shooting. The portrait mode feature exclusive to the iPhone 8 Plus is also an awesome feature to get DSLR-like photos. I don't really use it too much, but having that feature possibility in your pocket is really excellent. The new portrait lighting feature is also pretty cool too, but not as cool as just regular portrait mode. So here are my final thoughts on this comparison. If you can afford the iPhone 8 Plus and you don't mind the overall screen size, it's the better iPhone to buy, for sure. You get a whole bunch more features, it's a much better experience, and I think it's worth the money if you can afford the 8 Plus. If not, the iPhone 8 is still a good phone, but doesn't really match up with the level of awesomeness the Plus phone delivers. And that's it for this video. Like it if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe for more iPhone 8, 8 Plus, and iPhone 10 content coming very soon on this channel. Thank you for watching.